Hello and welcome back to the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to support the channel. Let's relax a bit today and review some conspiracy theories on a more general level. Many, if not all, of these will have a dedicated video in the future that require a bit more digging. Throughout history, governments have been involved in numerous conspiracies that have shaped the course of events in ways that the public may never fully understand. From covert operations to cover-ups, these conspiracies have often been shrouded in secrecy and deception. As time passes and more information comes to light, the truth behind these government actions begins to emerge. One of the most well-known government conspiracies is the Watergate scandal, which took place in the early 1970s during the presidency of Richard Nixon. It was revealed that members of Nixon's administration had broken into the Democratic National Committee headquarters in an attempt to sabotage their political opponents. As the scandal unfolded, it became clear that Nixon himself had been involved in the cover-up, leading to his eventual resignation from office. Watergate has had such an impact on America that we jump at the opportunity to work Gate into a conspiracy theory or scandal. Gate covers the free pass from regulators via a speech that the SEC claimed was Bill Hinman's personal opinion, and later that it reflected the agency's official stance. The SEC claimed both of these opposing views in court. Yes, in court. It also encompasses the initial coin offering, which would make it a security, and the disguised whales to bought ETH during the ICO. Pizzagate claims the NYPD discovered a pedophilia ring connected to many members of the Democratic Party. It claims there are coded messages between restaurants and Democrats in which certain menu items, when ordered by certain individuals, actually represent an order for an underage child to perform specific sexual deeds upon. Another infamous government conspiracy is the Iran-Contra affair, which occurred during the presidency of Ronald Reagan in the 1980s. It was discovered that members of the Reagan administration had secretly sold weapons to Iran in exchange for the release of American hostages, with the proceeds being used to fund anti-communist rebels in Nicaragua. The scandal rocked the Reagan administration and led to multiple investigations and indictments. In more recent years, the Edward Snowden revelations have shed light on the extent of government surveillance and spying on its own citizens. Snowden, a former contractor for the National Security Agency, leaked classified documents revealing the agency's mass surveillance programs, which collected data on millions of Americans without their knowledge or consent. The revelations sparked a national debate on privacy and government overreach, leading to reforms and increased transparency in the intelligence community. Black helicopters represent an alleged military takeover of the U.S. Dating back to the 1970s, they are connected to cattle mutilation, landing on Idaho ranchers' property to enforce the Endangered Species Act, and their use in shuttling UN forces into the U.S. to bring the U.S. to heel under the UN. I'm not sure if our overlords at YT are still censoring videos and information surrounding the beer flu. So you will need to make the connection between the Mexican beer in the clear bottle most people put limes in, not Modelo, to the thing that shut the world down for 2 years. Origination theories covered everything from it escaped from a biosafety level 4 lab where it was or was not undergoing gain-of-function research funded by the NIH and Fauci, to a flamingo gave it a bat because it hitched a ride on a turtle who was dating a penguin, and a human ate the bat. Then there were those who proved they're good at following everything from the crowd to suggestions to orders, but terrible at thinking in general, so don't even ask them for critical thinking or logic. Not even going to start on the FDA changing the definition of vaccine, how the beer flu juice was in no way a vaccine, and how 99% of the crazy people turned out to be right about it all. The Space Shuttle Challenger astronauts are still alive. Base. Yes, the astronauts that were blown up in 1986. Supposedly everyone has a doppelganger. Many people have the same or very similar names. Because let's face it, James Thomas Smith isn't exactly unique. How many doppelgangers have the exact or very similar name and work in similar industries? I'm thinking the statistical probability is approaching 0 or completely impossible. What are the chances at least 6 or the 7 Challenger astronauts have doppelgangers with the exact or very similar names and work in similar industries? That number may be less than 0. Conspiracy theories surrounding the Freemasons have been around since the late 18th century, typically falling into 3 categories: political, religion, and cultural. Politics typically encompasses New World Order and/or being the puppet masters. Some believe the Masons are their own religion and don't tell their members until they reach certain levels. They're also accused of hiding the truth about the Earth being flat, they are reptilians, and ties to murders and assassinations. How the Rothschilds ended the gold standard and opened the door for our central banking system by sinking the Titanic and set up Bretton Woods. Wow, that's a lot to unravel. Steele dossier, Salem witch trials, fake news and misinformation, 9/11, Clinton's unstable friends that have a tendency to unalive themselves, Epstein didn't kill himself, the deep state, Biden, Ukraine, China, Hunter, Trump, Jews and Trump can be blamed for everything, Burisma, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, QAnon, Agenda 21, Great Reset, 15-minute cities, alternative therapy suppression, HIV, AIDS, and Ebola. Artificial diseases created by the CIA, fluoridation of water, rise in autism correlated with rise in vaccinations, UFOs, Roswell, MIB, Area 51, is Pluto a planet, Planet X, climate change, acid rain, end of oil, HARP, MK Ultra, flat Earth, etc. What others am I missing? Let me know in the comments. Perhaps the most enduring government conspiracy is the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. Despite the official conclusion that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing Kennedy, many conspiracy theories have emerged over the years suggesting that there was a larger conspiracy at play. Some believe that Oswald was a patsy and that other individuals or groups were involved in the assassination, possibly even elements within the government itself. As more documents are declassified and new evidence comes to light, the truth behind these historical government conspiracies continues to be uncovered. While some may never be fully resolved, the revelations serve as a reminder of the importance of transparency and accountability in government actions. The public has a right to know the truth behind these events, no matter how uncomfortable or inconvenient it may be for those in power. In the end, the uncovering of historical government conspiracies serves as a cautionary tale for future generations. It reminds us of the dangers of unchecked power and the need for oversight and accountability in government actions. As long as there are secrets to be kept and power to be wielded, there will always be the potential for conspiracy and corruption. But by shining a light on these dark corners of history, we can learn from the mistakes of the past and strive for a more transparent and just society. Only by facing the truth, no matter how uncomfortable, can we hope to build a better future for ourselves and generations to come. Thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fun conspiracy content.